Hello and welcome to Talking Tolkien. Today we're going to look at the recent HarperCollins edition of Unfinished Tales, but this time we're going to look at the illustrated edition, which comes in a nice box like this. So we'll open the box, have a look inside, and talk a little bit about the book. So you might remember a few months ago there was a standard illustrated hardback edition released in the UK by HarperCollins. And it was a really nice book, had great illustrations by Ted Nasmith, John Howe, Alan Lee. It was a really good book. At the same time they released an illustrated deluxe edition of said book, and I say opening that box it looks a bit like this. So we're going to have a look at it, and what we'll also do in this video, because I think it would be useful potentially, is compare it to the other deluxe edition that's been around for a while, which is that one. Okay, so I'll have a look at those, but we'll wait for that. So, Unfinished Tales, here we are. Now, first nice thing we get is this wraparound case featuring Ted Nasmith's The Blue Wizards, I think it's called. It's a sturdy case. Looks really nice. I like that. Solid. And then we get the book. Quite a decent sized book. Because the illustrations, the text is nicely laid out, and then on the cover we can see there. So with the book, probably explaining it better than I can, comes this little card telling you all about the 40th anniversary deluxe edition. Now it says it's fully cloth bound hardback, stamped in gold foil with an inset miniature of John Howe's Hunt for the Ring, which it is. Okay. Housed in a custom-built slipcase illustrated with wraparound artwork by Ted Nasmith, featuring his The Blue Wizards Journey East, which we've shown you. Love that picture, always have. Colour fold-out poster, so inside we get a colour fold-out poster which reveals the complete version of Alan Lee's dust jacket painting depicting the Númenórean royal ships. So this was on that standard hardcover. So there we get a full-size image of that. Nice, glossy. We get large double-sided colour poster which folds out to reveal coloured versions of the maps of Beleriand and the lands to the north, and the west of Middle-earth at the end of the Third Age, drawn by Christopher Tolkien. So these were drawn in 1980, say by Christopher, for the original Unfinished Tales. So there's the west of Middle-earth at the end of the Third Age. And there's a map of Beleriand and the lands to the north. So really nice map this. That's a good way to do it as well, because then when you're reading the story you haven't got to have the back page continually bookmarked. You can have this next to you and see what's going on where. It's really good. I suppose you could frame that as well. It's kind of glossy, not super glossy. But I think despite the creases in it, I think it would look good in a frame. So we get that. That's nice. Other things it says on this piece of paper. Definitive version of the text specially reset for this edition, printed in 2 colours on heavyweight acid-free paper, including a ribbon marker. Ribbon marker is there, it is blue. Other things I'm often asked is the binding. You can hopefully see there it's not glued, it's what do you call it, like stitched. It's decent. The text, you can see it's very similar to the other edition I showed you. You've got the blue title at the top, and the quality of the paper is good. It's solid, as you can see by the thickness of the book. Really, it's quality paper. Other things like you get these, they're in the standard edition as well. But yeah, throughout there's 18 full colour paintings by the 3 artists and 5 delicate pencil drawings, it says here. If you want those, they're limited to 4,000. Well, it says limited worldwide first printing of just 4,000 copies. It's like first printing. These might still be around in 10 years' time and prove me wrong. I don't know. Probably will. Okay. I think that's it for that one. Can't think of anything else to say. Feel free to put in any questions in the comments if you have any specific questions about that. But then, so we compare it to this one. This is the one that came out a few years ago. I can never get out of its case. There's the case. That's off Tolkien's original first edition of this book from 1980. Obviously posthumously published. So the first thing you notice is the paper quality isn't as good as the illustrated one. It's much more yellowy. And I know it's a bit old, but it's hardly been out of slipcase, so you can't blame that. I was just going to see if it says what kind of paper. No. Because this wasn't on the first editions, like some of these, there's all sorts of nuances. If you got the first editions, they were generally produced in like Europe or the UK, whereas the later ones, like this one, was printed and bound in China, which I think those Chinese ones have generally been inferior quality. I'm not going to get into that too much. But yeah, there's no colour on the titles like you saw on the last one. It's just standard black text. There's no, obviously, illustrations, but you can't blame it for that. It never said it would have. Got the frontispiece there. Neat. And you've got a map at the back, which isn't as nice as the one we've just looked at, clearly. But there it is. It reminds me, is there a map in the illustrated one at the back? Ah, interesting. There is. Let me confirm this. Yeah, there is no map at the back because you've got the attached pull-out map, you know. So yeah, just to be aware, there's no map in the back of that. So there's the map there, which is fine. So look, this is pretty much the same price. They're pretty much the same price. So it's up to you which one to go for. I think I know which one I'd go for. You could argue if you've got all these lined up on your shelf, then they might look nice together. However, if we can do this, imagine that's in with all the other ones anyway, then it should not stick out. Potentially, if you've got the slip cases back on them, which I will just do now to illustrate to you, if I can. Bang. Okay, so even with the slip cover on, just looking at the size, there might be a couple of mil difference there. Not substantial. Okay. So again, it's your choice. It's worth noting on the spine as well, you've got the slight motif under the Tolkien words there. Okay. Whew. Right, okay. Hopefully that was useful to someone. This is the third version of this video I've done, so hopefully this one will go out well. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments. Thank you for watching this video, and thanks to everyone who subscribed recently. I've been getting some good views and 3,000 subscribers, which is astonishing really when I think of where it started. So thank you for all of that. I'll be doing a couple more videos hopefully over the next couple of days. We've got the latest Father Christmas Letters, really nice book, that I'll have a look at, and I'll also do a look back on 2020 at some of the other books that came out, Tolkien books, and a look forward to next year at some of the ones we've got to look forward to next year. And I'll also, if anyone's got any questions about the channel or anything, feel free to put them in comments and I'll endeavour to answer them. I think that's enough for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you enjoyed this, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.